Hey guys, Payneblade back here again from server 17, representing just myself and the free-to-play players. We're doing a new edition, guys. A lot of people have been asking for me to actually go ahead and create a free-to-play account and actually use that account and show you guys as a new player with all my knowledge how well I would do. So actually, you guys just caught me in the middle of my summoning video, so I actually used the first 5,000 to pull. I just figured I'd make this video real quick for you guys so you can see who I got. I'm going to go ahead and build an F2P team, and I'm going to play F2P on this account as much as I can, guys. And essentially the goal is to help new players and existing players see that you don't need to have a buffed up account like I do to actually be successful in this game. It's just about how you create your team, how you properly use your resources, and understanding how the mechanics of the game works, right? So that's my goal here. I'm going to actually be using this to help you guys figure out how to use your units in the best way possible if you're free to play. I'm also going to create videos for like Tower of Eternity, level 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. until we get to 50. Hopefully we'll eventually beat that. And then I'm going to show you guys arena fights as well too using these units. And then just the things you need to do to get like real missions done and the pot mission done, etc. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to call this the free to pain. I know it's cheesy as hell, but we're going to use it. And I'm going to be making a video probably for this every few days, maybe every day if it goes well enough. But for now, let's look at the summon video. This is my first summon, so I've got pretty decent units here. So let's just go with the second one, because I'm actually doing the extra fragment one for the sake of having the extra frags. So let's see what we get. We might get something good here. I'm hoping for Naruto Kage, not Papa Sasuke, but you know what? If we get it, we get it. We don't, we don't. Let's just skip this because we know how this works. So we'll take Sarada. That's a good one. Kiba. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am actually hoping for a pretty lackluster account so I can show people how to use units that most people don't use, and how good they can be once in a while. So let's see who we get here. Alright, so not a bad setup. I've got a pretty decent look here, guys, so let's see how we do here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and create this summon video. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the chapters, and I'm gonna come back and record that as well. And then we can go back and see what I have as a total roster. For now, if you guys want to see what I got though, here's my Shinobi list so far. So not bad, actually. I'm not going to complain. This is actually not a bad start. I don't really care for URs in this account. I hope I actually don't get many. But what I'd like to do real quick here is create a team. So if you're brand new, guys, and you're starting this game off and you're wondering, like, how are you going to create an account that is worthwhile, I'm going to help you out through this process. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a force team. Now, usually we don't have any buffs available here. As you see, it opens up on level 32. But what you'll normally do is you'll have your best attackers and your squishiest attackers up here as your nukes, because it gives you damage reduction down and attack up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually build some characters in this section. So I'm going to go A, and I'm going to put someone like I here because I want this to be a faster slot. So we're going to put that in. So what I have here now is two nukers in Hanata and Haku, and I have I. And I'm going to go ahead and create a second team. We're going to put in Sarada for her AoE. If you don't know how to use her, I'll explain everything later on. We're going to go ahead and put Kiba in here. And we're going to toss in Jugo as a tank. All right. And then lastly, we're going to go ahead and create another team here. What do we have here? We have Kabuto, Choji, Tamari, which I don't use ever, so I'm not going to bother with her. But what I will do is I'll set up Choji here, and then we'll, for tribe gauge purposes, and he's a 4-star now, so we pulled him, Kabuto, and we're going to set up another damage dealer, which I don't have any right now. So you know what we'll do is we'll go ahead and use Shikamaru for now. Okay, so that's going to be my team for the time being, guys. So I've got only 2 stunners so far. I've got a couple AoEs, and I've got an instant jutsu, which I'll have to get eventually. But that's going to be the team so far, guys. And let me get through this mission. I'll start up my second summon video, see who else we get, and then we'll try to make a final team. And I'll start playing around with this, guys. And every day or every few days, I'll try to show you my progress, where we're at, And what I've done is you'll see the blessing level will be as low as possible, so you don't won't be spending any money. I already have a main account, so I don't want to spend money anyways. This is just to help you guys out. So stay tuned, guys. So we're gonna do a free to pay account here, and we're gonna show you F2Ps how to build a good account from scratch. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk soon. All right, guys. So we finished up the first chapter, and here comes our ×10 summon for the legends. Let's see what we get. This will complete my full 3 pulls for the summons, and then from here I'll actually develop a team for you, a proper team, and then we can see if for free-to-play players how you want to start off, and depending on the units you have, how you want to build your team. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this as usual. We'll just skip this whole thing. Oh, there we go. We got a UR. I'm not sure who it is. Oh, okay. So we probably got one of the best URs to start with. I will go ahead and use him, just because some of you guys may pull him as well, and explain to you why you want to use a UR like Sasuke Heavy. Probably the best one to honestly start with would be him and Kakashi, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm assuming that's the only one I got though. So we got Mitsuki, which is fantastic. So let's see what else we got here, guys. I kind of skipped everything, so I might have got some other character here. So I got Shino 4-star. May consider using him. I know there's a few of you guys have asked me about him, but you know, not necessarily my #1 choice. But Sasuke was a pretty good pickup. So what I'll do, guys, is for the sake of just keeping it real, in terms of how normally you guys would play this game, I'm going to go ahead and put him in a team. So here's what we're going to do. So now we have our full roster, guys, and this is how, as a free-to-play player, you want to build it, okay? The first thing you want to do is you want to go into your Shinobi list, and you want to actually review your character's skills, right? Who complements who? So for example, A units are considered nukes. So they're going to be your damage dealers, but they're going to be also your squishiest, which means they're usually glass cannons at this point. They'll get one-shotted, but they can usually one-shot others as well. And they are stronger against T units. Now, T units in this game are jack of all trades. They essentially can do support and crowd control, and they usually have decent stats all across the board. Unfortunately, they're weak to A units, who are the nukers, so they have a high health pool usually. But they are stronger than tanks. So D units, or the tanks, are the hardest to kill, but hit usually the weakest. So that's essentially what you want to do. Like any role-playing game, you want to make sure there's a nuker, a support, and a tank, right? That's the way I like to build my teams. So what you want to do as a new player, guys, is whatever shinobis you get, go into their enhancement and gear, and what you can do is you can start looking at their skills and actually read up on what the skills do, right? So for example, for Sasuke Heavy, who's one of the best URs, is extremely viable at 3 stars, he can boost his own critical rate by 50% the moment he does a special, then he does his attack, and he has a 35% chance to stun, and he does more damage to tactical, which are T units, by 30%. Now, keep in mind, guys, stuns, paralyzes, and shadow stitches are the best PvP things in the game. Those are the characters you want to keep and you want to use. So we're going to definitely add him to a team, right? And then you see someone like Choji here, who actually has the ability to increase your tribe gauge. Super important. The game is called Ninja Tribes, so this is it's important because whoever builds a tribe gauge faster will usually get the upper hand, whether they're using tribes or co-op, right? And if you don't know what tribes and co-ops are, please go look at my video on that. It's available to everybody to see on this channel. And then you have someone like Hinata, who's also an A. She is a crit. She's a self buffer for crit, so she's a crit damage character. And then you have characters like Sarada, who is an AoE, right? Now, the one thing as a free-to-play player, I want you guys to know, if you're brand new to this, go check out the stats video that I have, the speed video that I have, how to build a successful team video, and how to farm Rio. Those are 4 of the most important videos you're going to watch here. So definitely go check those out. It'll explain to you how to build a proper team, how the stats in this game work. And if you want to know where the stats are, it's under the stat sheet right here. Okay, and you can check out your character stats. And also Rio, which is right up here, is the most important resource in the game, next to shinocoins, of course, which are the currency here, as is the most limited. So definitely check that out, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build a team. Now, as I build it, I'll explain why I'm doing it. So let's put the team together here. Okay, so I'm going to edit the top team right now. I'm going to go ahead and put Sasuke up here instead. He's fast. He's the hardest hitter of my team. He's also going to be the biggest paralyzer in my team. I'm actually going to go ahead and take I out because I already have him doing 2 stuns in this, and I'm going to actually go ahead and add another tank in there instead. I'm going to add Jugo in there. Okay, so now I have 2 nukes with Hinata as a crit character. I have Jugo to protect both of them if he takes damage, and then I have Sasuke to paralyze. Okay, so that's team 1. Team 2, we're going to leave Sarada in there. We're going to leave Kabuto in there. The reason why you leave Kabuto in there is he does more damage to anyone who has status ailments. Status ailments are considered poisons. They're considered burns, and she does burn. So he's going to do more damage with her there, and I'm going to leave I there as their stunner. Okay, so I is going to be the stunner in that team. So we're going to go ahead and leave that as is. And then below, we're actually going to go ahead and adjust a little bit. We're going to take Shikamaru out, and we're going to put Haku in. So that gives me a little more damage at the bottom. And what I might actually end up doing here is taking Choji out. Actually, you know what? We're going to take Kiba out. We're going to add Mitsuki in here. Now, Mitsuki is a great rare to start with, probably the best rare in the game. The reason why I'm adding him in here is because he has a stun and an AoE. I really want to rely on that stun though, right? Now, your other options are you can add Tenten in here. Now, what I might do, just to show you guys how good stuns are, is I might add an extra stun here. I might take Sarada out and add Tenten in. Now, that's a good option because Tenten does an AoE stun, and which is extremely viable in PvP, right? Now, for now, though, we're going to keep Sarada in for PvE purposes. So now what you guys see on top is I have 2 nukes, I have a tank, I have 2 support, an AoE, and a stun by I, who's also a tank. And Sarada feeds off of Kabuto feeds off of Sarada because she does burn and he'll do more damage. He also heals Kabuto. He's an off healer. Jugo also heals as an off healer tank. And I have my stun with I. And then on the bottom, I have Choji, who's going to be tanking. I have Mitsuki, who's a stunner. And then I have my nuke and Haku. And Choji is going to help me build my tribe gauge faster, which means I'm going to be doing more damage overall because of my co-op. As you see here, guys, I don't have any tribes at all. I don't believe in tribes. I don't like tribes in PvP. I like co-op better. That's my preference. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But this is my team, guys, that I'm going to be using for now. So that's how a free-to-play should look at building their team. Is how every cell complements one another, right? So my suggestion is go and watch my videos. Check it out as a free-to-play player. It'll show you how to build your team. You may have the same units, you may not, but join the main Discord if you don't, and go into team building channel and see if people can help you out, including myself if I have the time. All right, guys, this is Payne's first free to Payne video. Let's continue with this, and we'll see how many videos I can make out of this to help you guys out. All right, have a great one.